people are talking about there being a risk of a third world war, but the reality is very different than what people currently understand. The reality is that the world is already at war, and the vast majority of people don't even know it. This raises the question, how could it be that a person doesn't know they're in a world war? If I asked you to give me some images of what war looks like, you would immediately think of cannons being shot, people hacking through each other with swords, bombs being dropped, people being run through with bayonets, people being abducted and separated from each other, buildings being blown up by airstrikes and grenades, people being shot at point blank, or people being tortured in concentration camps. Well, what does all of this have in common? You would be thinking of physical violence. What you have not accounted for is the fact that you and everyone else living today have come from centuries and centuries of war looking one way. And that way is physical violence. But that does not mean that physical violence is the way that war must look, or always has and always will look. There are far better tactics and weapons in this day and age than marching at each other in a phalanx formation with swords in our hands, or dropping atom bombs, or invading an area with tanks. In fact, these physically violent strategies and weapons are just one of the tools that you have in your tool basket.